going on? Steve the Canadian coming at you from a wobbly chair from 1922. Yeah, just rocking it. Welcome back, guys. You know what? I'm starting this one right in the middle of my thinking session. You guys may not know this. I think I've said it before. And I don't know if you guys do this, but sometimes I will just stare at a machine for a while. Quite a while, usually, actually. And I'm just getting a gauge, getting a feel. What do I want to do with it? What needs to be done? How much work is actually about to be done? And then I hit it. And then in a couple of hours, so much gets done because it's pre-planned, ready to go. I feel like that's the best way to do it. I don't know. Like, I am not organized by any means. I am not professional by any means. But it definitely helps eliminate confusion when ripping apart a machine and customizing to know what you're doing. I know I'm all over the map with the camera here. I don't know if I ever want to improve my filming. Maybe one day. I don't know. This is about as just straightforward as it gets, right? So, for this machine, guys, I haven't said it yet, but you probably have seen we have a new one to the family. Let's check it out. Aha! Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I say Tao Tao. Everyone else says Tao Tao. I don't know why the hell you'd call it a Tao Tao. Pretty sure it's just Tao Tao. This is a Tao Tao 125 cheetah. I've the front here says metal D Tao metal C1. I don't think that means anything. Can't find a dang thing. So I'm just assuming, because this doesn't have the Raptor style center there, which the really racy one has, that this is just a cheetah, which is kind of their like race one, still made for like your everyday importy stuff. But yeah, needs some brake pads, but it's got rear hydraulic brakes. That shock is not the shock that comes with it. That'd be this shock. Actually, that shock, that's the rear shock. These are the front shocks. That is one that came with the Springer fork front end for the original three-wheeler up there. But I tried that one. It is not very good. You can literally hit the fender immediately. But we're doing some things here, testing it out. This bad boy has a 125cc engine in it. It's basically the same as that motor, but that one's older than this one, and this one looks like just like crap, like haggard. This thing's got a battery. It's got electric start, although the battery that was in it is dead. This model actually has a catalytic converter and a what is it? That flutters. This flutters. It's a valve, and it helps with emissions. That's it. So, crazy little thing, eh? It's got a dashboard on it. Doesn't really light up at all at the moment. But yeah, what you guys can see going on here is kind of low, eh? This shock is from a Suzuki Quadrunner in 1993. I did not realize that it was slightly off. That metal bent really easily, so I just pulled it back. But either way, I'm just getting a vibe. Just getting a feel for things. As you guys can see, we're basically dead level with that shock. But there is no travel. That is zero travel left. So as you guys can see, that is maxed right out. But as you guys can see, I am not afraid to not only cut things up, but have my way with them. So these bad boys probably aren't going to be where they are for much longer. They're probably going to be up here, but that'll mean much more travel. And That's just the front. So the back, basically zero involved with the back other than widening the shock tabs. And I will go back up to the front and you will see why I need to widen the shock tabs, but that's just your standard crappy. Those are still $70 for those shocks. And they are garbage. For like OEM Go Power Sport. Those are from Go Power Sports, that shock. But kind of ignore that. There will be something like that on it, but that's just too big. That's actually meant for that. And if you guys wonder what I mean by that, this is an air compressor. Yeah. Oh. Ow, get off of me. You guys are literally watching me live film my finger to death. There we go. Aha. So, that actually goes there on the bike. In case you guys were wondering, this three-wheeler does have air suspension. So, that's where that's going. But as it is, these are Harley Davidson 10-inch to 14-inch air shocks. These are made for the rear end of a Harley Davidson to have air ride. Yeah, these are actual Harley Davidson. These are as cheap as they look. So if you guys see these, that is a Chevy 3500 air shock being used as an airbag. It looks the same as this, but this is an actual Harley Davidson product. These is $200, $100 a piece. God dang, they don't look that good, but they've been holding up really nice. They're a couple years old now, actually. I got them all at the same time. I have 2 sets of those, these bad boys here, and 1 set of these, and that is what's going on there. So you guys, by this point, might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm just doing stuff to do it, but I really like customizing things. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in there, and you guys will see. Look at that. So you can already see how much more of a difference, because even when I raise it up, we're still about 1 inch off. But we're ahead of the game here in regard to how much work is needed to be done, because all I need to do is move the tabs, these tabs, wider and right to the end, and then move these tabs up, just straight up. You got, at least 1.5 inches we're probably gonna gain. So we're gonna gain 1.5 inches down, 1 inch at least forward, because I'm also accounting that the knuckle's gonna rotate up. So I think we'll be able to get a couple inches past level for sure. You see this one's a little, actually it's about the same even with the shock end. It's kind of crazy. But that's the plan, guys. And then somewhere on this bike, somewhere, I need to put an air compressor. So I gotta find somewhere, anywhere really, that a smaller air compressor can fit on the bike. Because I got the switches, I have all this stuff. None of this was bought for the bike. I just have it for all that stuff. I think it'd be cool. I think for sure, because I gotta order a whole nother set now. You can't buy 1 air shock and oh man, that sucks. Because I don't need 2 air shocks, I just need 1. For the rear, but it actually works out to the perfect height in the rear if I just move the tabs wider. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. As for the body, the plastics are in super duper good shape. The only thing that's really broken, other than the straps, but you can order new straps It's actually, I think, only like 12 bucks for nice ones. So that's not bad. Tires, of course, are just your usual half worn out. The rear bar, actually just the safety switch just broke off on me while I was riding it. I was riding this around before I took it apart because I wanted to have some fun on a nice 110cc or 125cc. The 110's like half the size of this. But the rear bar is actually just zip tied up here at the moment. It's not on, it broke off, needs to be welded back on. But with what we're about to do to this thing, that's pretty achievable. So it will have a rear bar, nice and cleaned up on the back. The plastics, as I'm showing you, are in great shape. This is a 2013. So we're talking 12 years old already. Great shape. The seat is the worst thing on the entire machine. As for looks, you can get a brand new seat. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't think this should be rewrapped. The plastic is all kind of fuckied in the center. Hang on, let me just see if it's like a latch lever thing. Yeah, you guys can see it's like all. So I think just a brand new one of these. This is just gonna become part of a pile. As you guys can see, the bike was orange originally. Sun has taken its toll. The guy that I bought this from said it was a 2-stroke, which it is not, but there's a lot of oil coming out of the carb, so I'm assuming it's just got 2-stroke gas in it. It smells like it. But if you guys are wondering, like, is this thing junk? Is this thing just a pile? Well. Also, if you didn't know, it's in neutral, but if you put one of these quads in gear, hang on. Aha. I'm gonna drag it back. You guys get to see the whole show. Yeah. It's just cold. I haven't ridden it. But if you roll it in gear, oh, come on. Ugh. I'll kick it in neutral first. No smoke, basically just like a strong, if you can kick it, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, there's a guy on Instagram called VV, and he's got the VV Touch, and apparently it's a good tuned machine if you can kick it and have it fucking fire up. So, oh, another crazy, you guys may not know, I'll turn the key back on. Reverse. This thing has it. It's got headlights too, actually. It's got a taillight, but it's not there. Gonna have to get some nice bulbs for that. That's pretty crazy. It's a little fucking, this little machine. Now this is what I mean by that's neutral. First, the light flashed, but it kind of like bounces on and off. Second, nothing. Third, lights up sometimes. Reverse doesn't light up at all. Yeah, but for $400 Canadian, guys, it almost actually doesn't get any better than a quad that you can just kick fire. You know what I mean? You actually can't find running machines up here with great plastics for that price. So, did I get a good deal? 100%. I actually think this was an amazing deal. All of these have been amazing deals. Even this, I cut an amazing quad in half to make this happen. That wasn't really amazing. It was a good frame, but that was a really good quad. That was junk. That was actually the junkiest thing that I had. And it looks pretty nice now. If you guys have not seen this one, because you're new to the channel, this is Project Kickflip. Obviously, why it's called Kickflip. But, yeah. It's got an electric motor. Everything inside the tank is electric. The tank actually comes out and opens up and holds everything. And then, yeah. That is actually from Roswell, New Mexico. If you guys are wondering, I felt like a little bit of alien touch to the bike. Would be nice. But yeah, back to what we're looking at. Just in case you guys haven't seen that one will be getting finished up as soon as I put the same amount of money I spent on this into just the electronics for inside of this. But for this one, guys, we're going talking color here. We've gone ridiculous. This was the exact opposite of this. This, black on black. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going absolutely crazy with this build in regard to color. We are going to go shiny black on flat black. Yes, as simple as it gets. Just make it nice and clean. Really, this is more of a restoration than a customization. And I say that even though some crazy stuff's going to go on here. I don't want this to really look different. Like, we're going with different rims and tires. I guess, okay, I'll touch on that quick. So rims and tire wise, you guys see how low the machine is, right? That looks great. But it's not, I mean, in the back especially, it's racy as shit. But that's not low enough. So once I do all my work there, we're probably going to be down near the ground. 2-inch smaller tires, like go-kart wheels almost. Ripping. Absolutely ripping. We'll be on the ground. And then it'll have a reason to air up and down. So this is not going to be some off-road beast. This is definitely not going to be like going down hard trails kind of thing. But it's going to be a ripper. I want to be able to do burnouts on it. So maybe some power stuff going on. But I'm just talking looks-wise. We're going to slam it to the ground. Get her cleaned up. Get her looking good. And then we're going to go from there, guys. So, yeah, that's what's going on. As for this thing, I haven't taken it apart because I have not yet received the intake. It had to go back because it was not holding air. Haven't received it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a little bit expensive as is already, but you got to get it right, and it wasn't holding air. So, on to the next one. But I feel like this one's going to be pretty easy to do because it's just moving tabs. Actually, I might just looking from the back. I might just have to turn the tabs around. See what I mean? Right down there. Right there. I might just flip them tabs around and we'll see what happens. So as for what's going on, that's it, guys. Everything's in the shop that I'm working on. But this is happening right now. So if 4 wheels are your thing and you are into a slightly beat up 125cc quad being restored, then feel free to come back, check it out. I'm not going to rush this one, but it's certainly not going to take like an extended period of time to get this stuff done. I'll probably have all of the tabs and everything welded, mounted, moved right away here. I just got to set up the camera again. Ugh. I don't know. I'm not organized at all for filming or in general. But on that note, guys, because you guys already know that, I'm just going to leave, walk out the door, say goodbye. Bye, guys. No, I haven't set the camera up yet. But very soon, guys, you will see videos. This one, I'm going back to the process. See, I just keep talking. This one, I'm going back to the process. So I'm just going to film dismantling, film moving tabs, film clean it up, film painting it back in the machine. So another 40-minute video for like 15 hours of work. But I appreciate you guys dropping by, as usual. Always love it. Feel free to leave a comment. I love negative comments. I love positive comments. I just want to have a conversation. And if you don't like it, well, shit, thanks for dropping by and watching the video. But yeah, I'm still going to do it. So, peace out, guys.